Hello, welcome to Podcast versus Player, another trailer chat. What we got today, Dan?
Well, we recorded a couple of episodes of Trailer Chat yesterday. We did Godzilla, Cross Kong, and we also did the Fallout Amazon show. And we're planning on doing another one today anyway, because this was the announced date of the Grand Theft Auto VI trailer, the very first trailer that we get. And it was actually leaked online about half an hour after we finished that video. So Rockstar released it like an hour after that, just said, yeah, fuck it, here it is. So we're going to be looking at the very first trailer for the long-anticipated and long-rumoured Grand Theft Auto VI.
I was kind of hoping, because this one was leaked, they'd put another one out. I know that was a lot of wishful thinking. But...
They just put like a bunch of extra stuff in and said, yeah, well, someone leaked it, but they didn't give you all of this extra cool stuff.
Exactly. But it's still one of the most watched videos on YouTube at the moment. So
understandably so, because it's one of the biggest game franchises of all time, yes.
So, same as the last two, Dan, we're going to jump across to the trailer. We're going to talk over it, and then we'll do some frame by frames, dissect it a little bit, get some thoughts and opinions.
Sure.
Let's go. Apparently it's an 18 as well.
Well, what a fucking surprise.
Looks good though, doesn't it?
I was going to say that, like, visually, just like character animations and stuff, it looks insane. Also, we can assume reasonably that this is, like, all this flyby stuff, this is actual size as well. Which I think means it is actually going to be the biggest Grand Theft Auto game to date.
Oh, by far, easily. But typically, they may change this for Grand Theft Auto 6, but all the cutscenes are in-game.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Not her, I meant the water.
That was just poor timing.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that this is Florida. Just the state of everything is just a million times worse than everything else in the world. And then it's going to be GTA, which means it's going to be even worse than it actually is. Yeah. Like this I've seen videos like this on YouTube with just women with double hammers just standing outside threatening you.
But that genuinely looks like something off TikTok.
Right.
Like, the graphics are very, very good throughout this entire trailer, but this shot in particular, it's that uncanny valley.
Kinda, yeah. It's just, if you saw this on Twitter with no context, you'd probably double take it before you go, it's just a bit, oh wait, hold on, that's not real.
Yes, that's CGI. Like,
yeah. Do you reckon there's going to be like, so in GTA 5, you obviously had like, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's like their equivalent of like Facebook or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Do you reckon there's going to be like a TikTok equivalent?
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly what all this is, isn't it? It's one of the things with GTA is it kind of parodies what's going on in the world currently.
Yeah. And so it won't be TikTok, it'll be
it'll be
tit
the
slot
equivalent
or whatever.
Yeah, something really stupid, because I think it was like Friend Face or something, wasn't it? Or Friend Book.
Or
like that.
Friend Box or something like that.
Yeah. But this is very clear. I mean, it's in the portrait aspects ratio and everything else, and obviously there's live streaming and stuff. So I think this is going to play a very big part of the game.
Do you reckon that would be a thing that you could do when they eventually get round to online? Is that you can live stream within the game, as if it's like a live stream? That'd be cool.
Doesn't seem out of the realms of possibility, really.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't strike me as like just the way that it looks like it's sort of like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of like. Yeah. What's the couple? John Hamm and what's her name from?
Men.
No, from. Baby Driver.
Oh, yeah.
There's like they just had like a code now. I honestly can't remember now, but I'm getting that vibe. You know, they're sort of like, not mercenaries. That's the wrong word. But they're just sort of like, they just living by the skin of their teeth kind of thing. You know,
like
they'll
thugs for hire.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Robbing places for people, taking a cut.
Yeah,
that kind of jibe.
Or just she's sticking up random stores. But yeah, that's presumably how it either starts or you just end up getting caught eventually. But like with GTA 5, obviously with like Michael was like a professional career criminal, like a proper bank robber. and they had tactics, and they had heist planning, and they had crazy vehicles and gadgets and all that kind of stuff. And Trevor is just he's just a maniac, yeah. But he's if you had him with you, odds are you'd probably get out because he'd be able to, like, and he's a pilot as well, which obviously helps. And then Franklin, sorry, I forgot his name. Fucking hell. He's sort of like, he's coming from the streets, but then he kind of meets this professional criminal who kind of takes him under his wing and brings him into this kind of, like advanced crime almost. This, I don't get the same impression from that it's not like it's like high level, whatever. It's like, it seems like it's far more street level, like probably even like setting up drug rings and dogfighting rings. It feels like it's sort of very grimy. Like everyone there just looks like an awful person.
I got the impression it was going to be your movie trope where it's like one more job.
And then we're done. That's it. The big job.
Get the money, and maybe they've got a target, and they've only got to do X amount of more jobs, and then one more big one, and then they can get out of there. That's just the gist I get, because they're very clearly romantically involved.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think? Because we haven't had any clarification on this, but I don't know if you remember a while ago we talked about a rumor that it was going to be a male and a female protagonist in GTA 6. I think we're still going to have the switcheroo.
So 100%.
Play between,
yeah. I think that was it was a really good mechanic, but I don't know, because like if you think about it, so like Trevor and Franklin and Michael, they could all be doing different things at the same time. Trevor will be off, doing meth in a caravan park somewhere, and Franklin's, hanging out with his boys or whatever. But if your only two characters are a couple, odds are they're probably going to be together anyway.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it would be good if you could do you remember in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I think it was, where you could send your minions off to do stuff?
Yeah.
What if you could do that? So you go, well, I'm going to play as... I can't remember the names. They did say it in the press release, but I'm going to play as the girl.
It's like
send him off
Lucia and Jason or John or something like that.
Yeah. So you can choose to play as one, but send the other one off to do... I can't be asked to hold up a store, so you go...
I don't know. I get the feeling that it's there... Unless there's like specific story beats or points in the game where you have to be, you're breaking into or out of prison or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be a solo thing. And you could switch to your partner doing another thing to help you break out or whatever. But I get the sense that it would be like a drop-in mechanic. So you could just jump in and just be my other character.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I like the idea of it, but I don't know if...
Because otherwise it would be like it's a squad mechanic, And so either it's a very good, because they mainly have very good AI, Rockstar, anyway, like for all of their enemies.
Yeah.
And like, companions or whatever. But if it's like, okay, well, we'll plan out this, we're just robbing a pharmacy. You cover the guy on the till, I'll do crowd control, and you can kind of like issue some sort of general commands, like, right, get all the money out. Oh shit, police are on the way. Speed it up. So like you can kind of dictate to each other, but I'd still get the sense that you could control either of them in that situation. But I'd like the idea that you could, that they're always just together, so you always have a companion with you. So you've always got backup for, because so far with what they've, again, it seems very street level, which means that them having access to miniguns and rocket launchers, whilst you eventually get them, obviously, because it's GTA. It just doesn't seem like how would these people who are just sort of like holding up corner stores or whatever.
Exactly.
How are they going to go from that to flying DeLoreans and motorbikes with rocket launchers and like, it's probably not going to be the case, and it probably would change anyway. But just off this alone, I don't get that kind of mental GTA vibe that some of the other ones have had.
Out of all of them, and I know realistically there hasn't actually been that many, but this seems the most grounded, but it also seems the most ridiculous, just because of obviously crocodiles and everything else. But I suppose one of the explanations for some of the missions you did in 5 was Michael's got loads of fucking money.
Yeah.
Trevor's a fucking maniac. So, like, I mean, just off the top of my head, like when you've got to chase the big truck thing that's got the boat on it and that because your son's in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like really ridiculous situations. But if he wasn't rich, he wouldn't be in that situation anyway.
Mm.
Whereas these guys clearly don't have that much money, so I can't foresee us chasing down a yacht or anything anytime soon. But I don't know. I hope you can swap between them because I really like that mechanic in 5.
Agreed.
And equally, I imagine there's going to be a load of people who's going, "I don't want to play as a girl. Fucking hell." So like,
you want to play as a girl? Get Tomb Raider.
But those people are going to exist, and I guarantee if we were to head over to the YouTube, the video over on YouTube, people will be complaining about.
Oh, of course they will. But oh, right. So now I'm not only I have to be a woman, but I've got to be a Hispanic woman or a black woman or whatever. Because I honestly play the trailer again. I didn't really get a sense of her ethnicity from it. Again, not that it's relevant, but I know what you mean. That people will go.
No, people whinge.
Of course they will.
They'll whinge just for the sake of whinging a lot of the time. But
damn! Look at that skyline though.
It looks so fucking good. Right, let's go back to that one.
See,
I'd say Hispanic.
Maybe Mexican.
Like Latino.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it'll be relevant to her character
She looks
and her
very
backstory.
familiar though.
What the actress?
Especially I don't know if it is a named person, but particularly in this shot, it could just be that generic video game character model, but she looks very similar to someone familiar. I can't picture who it is. Should probably have a look and see who's voicing her.
Maybe I don't recognise her face at all. But what if it's a case of she's in prison, but her fella, he's not a criminal, like he's a detective, he's a CIA fella, or he's an FBI agent or whatever, and then she gets herself into a bunch of trouble. He has to jump in to help out and be a bad guy, but he's also got his police connections as well. Maybe
a little bit Fast and Furious-y.
Maybe.
First one.
But then that means that you could go down the path of, well, do we do police stuff? And she helps me with like doing some like these high level gangsters. I can't get them off the streets through word of law, but she'll help me.
I really like that.
Deal with them. Like street justice style. Or, she could just be an undercover cop, like, doing time in prison to try and get close to some. Like, there's a bunch of different ways that I'd consider it to be interesting rather than just, she's a criminal and so is he.
I mean, that's pretty much the story of all GTA.
But again, that's fine. It's just that I can't get over how good this looks. Like it keeps on distracting me. Just like even just the lighting is crazy good.
Visual. Tell you, actually, there is something. We'll let it play out while we're talking. When we get to it, I'll point it out. But it's such a good looking game.
Yeah.
And fundamentally, no matter what they do, it's going to be GTA.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. But
look at the amount of people on this beach.
Well, there's two things with this. This was the bit I wanted to talk about. So, there's a lot of people, a lot of characters moving around, interacting, hogging up resource for your computer. But look how many different character models there are.
Exactly.
It's not just copy and paste like all the other ones.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But that's a really wide beach as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's unlikely that when you're wandering through the world, there's going to be this many NPCs just milling about, not doing anything.
No.
Because it seems, like you say, it'd be a lot of resource tied up in that for literally no reason. And if you just went, oh, fuck it, and whipped out a machine gun, you could murder like 1,000 people on one beach, which, again, seems a little unrealistic.
I know it's a guy spraying thingy on her, but the woman in the left-hand side looks like she's just T-posing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. She hasn't snapped to her default starting position yet.
But yeah, it's everything about this trailer is impressive, and it doesn't actually give us anything.
No, all we can assume. I mean, we've been shown two people. We've been shown this woman and this guy. That's not to say that there's not other people that you can, that will join your party or whatever.
Yeah. It might still be that like 4-way, not 4-3. Sorry, might be another person in there. Maybe even 4.
But this is something that we did mention, that if it was going to be Vice City, it would be modern day Vice City. Yeah. So it would be modern day, which even just from the looks of the cars, the fact that people are using smartphones and stuff like that means that it is still fairly modern. But again, look at the scope of that. Look at all that water to cross.
Every time I see this shot, though, like originally on the right hand side of our trailer chat thing, we've got the palm trees and stuff. Originally, I used this picture, but it didn't look as good in the little confinement of the little box. But this just reminds me of Just Cause.
Kinda, right?
I mean, that's such a stunning screenshot, though. The water looks phenomenal. The roads look great. The greenery, everything about this.
But this is the thing. You say that it's an engine. I cannot imagine a GTA game that looks this good. I can't imagine most games that look this good, because like this seems like this is. I mean, it would be like next generation level of detail and like graphic. I can't believe that it's going to look. When I load it up, it's going to look like this. I just don't believe it.
Well, bear in mind that in however long away it is, Red Dead 3 will be using the same engine as this.
Fucking Callum, that's a really good point.
Red Dead 2 still looks phenomenal now.
I was playing it literally before we did this, just doing some online stuff, and I still have to keep on, as weird as it sounds, I can't take my eyes off my horse's ass, because just like the muscle movement and like the fur like interacting and the light coming off it still looks great.
Red Dead 2 could come out today
and still be great.
Fuck me, this looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like 7 years old. No, 5. I think it's 5, not 7. But it's old anyway. But have you seen some of the GTA 5 videos that modders have done where they've like upgrade?
Oh, of course.
Updated the graphics, everything, Unreal 5 and everything else. If you can do that, there's no reason this ain't gonna look like this.
Maybe so, but I just don't buy it.
I hope it does.
If it does, I'll be incredibly impressed, and it probably will be one of the. Again, I don't want to speak to the story because obviously that's usually your biggest. That's what makes GTA so good. But if they can even get it looking half this good, it would be the best looking one by a significant margin.
What I am concerned about is, so it's, obviously we know it's coming out in 2025. Well,
so far it is.
Well, it's scheduled. Doesn't say on what though.
No, but if it already looks like this, then clearly they've got enough to play with to say maybe they are just getting it right before they drop it.
Well, no, I'm thinking more. Is it going to be the same as 5, where they'll go, here it is, and then it's not going to come to PC for a while, and then it'll just re-release again for the PS6 and the Xbox, whatever. Because end of 2025, we're going to be 3 or 4 years into the Xbox Series X and PS5 life cycle.
I think with the sort of the resurgence of PC gaming and the fact that it's a lot more mainstream now, I think at the end of the trailer, I don't remember, but I think at the end of the trailer it only said releasing on Xbox Series X and PS5.
Well, I don't even know if it did say that, did it?
I could have sworn it did.
I'm pretty sure it's just that coming 2025.
No, just let it play out, see if it comes up with the...
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. I think they'd miss a trick, because they did the same thing with Red Dead 2. That didn't come straight to PC. It was a few years before that did. But most reasonable PCs would be in a better position to make this look this good.
I mean, you've also got you can look at it and say, if it does just come out on PS5 and Series X, and then the new consoles come out the following, like 2 years later or whatever, then when it does come to PC, you've already got the best version of it.
That's true. And like when it did come to PC,
you want to wait till
the online was working.
That's true. Yeah, we had the heist and stuff added with the
exactly.
version. I mean, to be fair, online was working like within the month of the original launch, but we didn't have heist or anything.
Yeah, like the actual real content. Yeah.
But I ain't waiting till 28.
No, that would be fucking
no
infuriating.
chance in hell.
I'm pretty sure, isn't that the same monster truck that you can get in GTA 5? Go back.
The one you get from the beach.
No.
How far we're going?
When they're all in the mud. Next one, I think. No, next one. Stop. No, sorry, don't stop yet. Now. There.
I'm not sure.
I think
remember
it is.
It being blue. I know it's covered in mud.
No, it's got the American flag
blue,
on it.
Yeah.
It
might be.
Liberator or whatever it's called.
I thought it began with a B. The one you get for free.
I don't know if you get it for free or not. But,
yeah. It's on the, when you go to the store thing on your phone.
Yeah.
It's on that.
Oh, right, cool. Well, yeah, I think that's the same one.
Look, it looks similar. I mean, it's a monster truck, I guess. But it looks so good. That's a point. Do any of these things? Cops fail to stop thugs on motorbikes terrorising lives. Only the man sucked up in water spout. That's
Mental
a good
patient
point.
wins Vice City Marathon. Jesus.
With it being in Florida, do you think they're going to have an equivalent of Disneyland?
Oh, God. What an absolute mess that would be. No, because
That'd be
then
amazing.
it would just be a whole thing full of mini games.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah, they don't really have many of those in GTA though, do they? Like they took out like the bowling and stuff like that from GTA 4.
Yeah, but you could go on a roller coaster.
But you can do in GTA 5.
That's what I'm saying. You can go on a roller coaster and
I know, but I don't really give a shit about that.
Nothing else really from that shot, to be honest.
Leonida man sucked up in water spout, demands City buys him a new suit.
So this, do you reckon he's some kind of like gang member?
Gang member, yes. Important, probably not.
Probably not. No. I can't read that because it's in a different language.
It's in Spanish.
Yeah, still can't read it.
So maybe some sort of like dirt biker gangs. That looks like some sort of street race, maybe.
Yeah.
High rollers lifestyle. So these are all like Instagram accounts. Or their equivalent of Instagram accounts.
That little icon next to it looks very eerily similar to the Instagram logo.
Exactly.
At High Rollers Mag. So I'm guessing this guy's High Roller.
Well, no, it'd be high rollers as in like people who are high rollers.
Oh, no, but I mean, this is his account because he's talking to the camera.
Oh, right, maybe. See, again, this like, none of this as well, by the way, it looks anything like gameplay. Like, all of this looks like it's cutscenes and tracking shots.
This is what I mean. But, obviously ours didn't look anywhere near as good as this. But look how powerful the Rockstar editor is in GTA 5.
Mm.
So, if we just go back a smidge for this one, not so much the high rollers bit, but when they're walking through the thing, that could just be walking.
I don't know. Again, it feels very. It's made to look like that. I don't think some of the walk cycles will be like that.
But this will be the first GTA where it's got cutscenes.
What are you on about? They've all got cutscenes.
No. Like, all the cutscenes are like in-game stuff.
GTA 5 is in-game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if that's what this is what it will look like.
Maybe. I don't know. There's certain like little nuances and like little movements and things that they seem too naturalistic to just be part of the standard walk cycle. I'd like to be wrong.
The odds are you're not, and these have been made for the trailer. But like if you mod GTA 5, you can actually download the script files for the cutscenes, and then obviously record your stuff in the Rockstar editor.
Mm.
But you give the characters the scripts from the game, and so it's your character doing Michael's lines and all his movements and everything.
Right, that's cool.
So it's entirely possible that this is what it looks like, but it's also possible that it's not, because we've got no gameplay to go off.
Mm.
obviously this wouldn't be gameplay. Like press A to. I mean, they did that in. Was it San Andreas?
What?
Where they had the sex mini game.
It was cut, but yes.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to get that, obviously.
But again, that means that your strip clubs and all that sort of stuff, they're not going to be. You wouldn't be able to just go and hang out with some prostitutes or whatever, because if these are your two main characters, they seem to be quite close.
I mean, there wouldn't be anything stopping you doing it unless there was like some kind of like a
they found
morality
out.
system.
A morality system in GTA, it'd be red all the time.
Not for that, you melon. So say you're playing as him, and you go to a strip club, and she finds out you've gone to a strip club. That when I say morality, I mean like so you're either on good terms, or you could be on bad terms with your partner. That ain't 100% not gonna be a thing.
No, I mean there is a strip club in it. We've just seen it, but
yeah,
whether you can sort of just go and just hang out there is.
I'd assume you can.
I guess so. But then it's sort of like, well, how are we defining their relationship then, if that's the case?
Well, it's you the player, isn't it, not him the person?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Like there'll probably be cutscenes where she's gonna go, "You better not go to a fucking strip club." And I go, "Well, I'm ain't gonna go to a strip club." But then
I'm going there for lunch.
Yeah, but as a player, I mean, he might even work. Like maybe he works there. Maybe it's his strip club. Maybe it's her strip club. Earning some money.
Yeah, I mean, like I really like the business element of GTA 5 Online. Like when you get your businesses and you've got to set them up and keep them producing to make money. I'd want that to be built into the single player for this, absolutely. But without so much fucking ball ache. Oh, you got to go and get some setup stuff. You got to do this. Oh, and you've made 50 grand. Like, fucking hell, can I just pay people to do this for me? Jeez.
I'd like them to flesh it out a bit, because fundamentally, no matter what you do, whether you're doing weed or whatever, it's just take this to here, get this from there.
It's fetch quests and then delivery with everyone in the server potentially going to blow you up.
But if they can flesh it out a bit, and even I don't want mini games where I've got to do an actual job and stuff, but I don't know what they could do to change.
It's just you pay 600 grand for a nightclub, and then you work out so you got to hire a manager. So what sort of person do you hire? Someone who's more are they more interested in making sure people have a good time? Are they more interested in trying to fleece people? So you hire the right manager, set up your marketing, and then you get 40% of the take every day or something like that. Yeah. So it's a constant stream of money coming in, but you get to micromanage some elements of it. So
that.
Are you going to have a behind the curtains kind of casino? Is that Ron Swanson on that door? Go back. When they kick the door in. That's Ron Swanson right there.
It's not.
That's Ron Swanson.
Like Mexican Swanson, I guess. It looks a bit like Ron Swanson mixed with.
It's Uncle Jack, apparently.
Chuck Norris, or I mean, that could be the name of the shop, Uncle Jack's.
Yeah, but that's who I'm assuming that Uncle Jack is supposed to be.
It might be, yeah. Because we don't actually see who owns this shop, do we?
No, it'll just be a shop.
Yeah.
But just like some, you can, do you pay for radio adverts? Like the stuff like that I think you could just, you tweak it, you find out what works best, and you're just making money off the back of it. But if you wanted to, sure, you can go there and you can have a little dance and you can serve some drinks and play some poker in the back room if you've got like an illegal gambling den that's in there as well. Like things like that would be more, like it would give me more reason to be involved in it rather than just I've got a cocaine business and I've got to keep going and stealing product from people and they've got to drive it all the way back, and then once it's all cut, then it all gets packaged up and then I've got to go and sell it. But I can't sell it on my own because I'm going to get jumped by 60 players that have all got fucking tanks or whatever. Like there's, I get the element. But yeah, it's the risk if you want the money out of it. I get that. But
what would you have in this? Would it be AI then?
Yeah, I guess so.
You still need, like, if you've got, obviously in the online, you've got every player on the map can theoretically come after you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you take that element out, then there's no risk, is there?
No, but it would just be, that's what I mean, instead of you just getting like a single sale of like, so you put like 50 grams worth of product and time or whatever into it, and you get 80 out of it, it's profit, but it's not $10 million worth of profit.
Yeah.
But if you were to do something like this, where you control a lot of the kind of the marketing elements and the business elements, and then the AI just ticks over and just does the rest of it itself, you're just getting a constant like daily or weekly take from it. So it's a constant stream of income. But then that's one nightclub. But then if you own a chain, you've got a constant stream coming in from all of them in one big go, and then you can use that income to supplement weapons deals. Or,
you could have them as fronts.
Exactly that, yeah. So there's a lot of sort of like the business crime empire stuff that I like on the online that I would like to be a bit more like that, where it runs itself a bit more than depending on you for everything. But it honestly depends on these two characters and what their aspirations are. Because like Michael was always like, one big job, one big final bank job, we get 250 million and I can just retire and live off that. Yeah. Trevor just wants to kill people, as many people as he can do. And Franklin just wants to get the fuck out of his like horrible neighborhood and like he wants to make money and live in a nice place and just not have to be from the ghetto anymore. So it depends on these guys. Like, how do they want to live? Do they want to live like this, robbing stores just to get 600 quid to buy some ammo to go and rob another one? Do you know what I mean?
That kind of Franklin story where they want to get the money to get out.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like, you want to go legit, but you need one big score to get the money to buy your club or to buy your dry cleaners or whatever. So, you need the risk. Because if you get caught, doesn't matter. You're still going to prison anyway.
Yeah.
So I like that kind of side of it. But
I like the twist that you'd had where he's a cop. I do like that. And that was something that was in GTA 3, where if you took a cop car, you could do police missions.
Yeah.
And that was taken out.
Get a taxi, you can pick people up and do
missions, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd like to have something like that back in. Mainly because then we don't need to play Police Simulator anymore.
How dare you? We like to play Police Simulator.
But there's a lot of possibilities for this. A lot of possibilities.
And with it being Rockstar as well. Even if, which is probably the case, it's none of what I've just sort of said, I'd like to see that, or that would be a fun thing. It's still going to be good. I mean, look at this. And you know how much effort they put into these fucking games as it is. And this one's been, this will be 12 years in the making, potentially?
Yeah, realistically. If you take out I know they've got a team doing the online stuff, but...
Yeah. But at this point, it's just sort of ticking it over and just managing new things and adding a few new vehicles or whatever. It's not like you're building this to go into it.
No. At worst, it's GTA.
Yeah.
At best, it's more than GTA.
Well, I mean, GTA 5 is still really popular online.
Yeah.
So if anything, they've fucked up with Red Dead with making the online not as good as GTA. Well, it's nowhere close as good as GTA 5's online.
Like we said before, though, like you can't match GTA with Red Dead. The GTA Online is popular not just because it's GTA, but because you've got a fly motorbike, you've got grenade launchers, you've got the races, you can do drug runs, you can do all this stuff. Can't do any of that in Red Dead because it's fucking horses.
But there's again though, there's ways of working around that. You could start up a taxi service. And you can cart people around to the faster, but you can get paid a lot for that. So it's a bit monotonous and a bit boring, but you can use that money to, like, I bought a moonshining business in GTA in Red Dead Online, and now I bought a bar to go in the back of it, and I can go in there, and there will just be random players, either presumably from the server or any other servers or whatever, that are just in there drinking as well. And it's like, oh, that's cool that you can just sort of have random people in your bar, but I should be making money off that.
Are you not?
As far as I'm aware, I'm not. So, whenever someone's in the bar, like, because it seems to just be like a small little lobby for anyone in the server where you can't grief each other.
Yeah.
But if I was to start a business in Red Dead, it would be starting a saloon. You've got to get dancers. You've got to, have illegal. You've got to hide from the cops. You've got to bribe people. There's so much that you could do to kind of like make it interesting and keep people coming back to it because they want to make their money. So it's not always just robbing stagecoaches or whatever. It can be, tame a bunch of horses and bring them all back to sell on because you've got a stable, or you've got to buy livestock for your ranch. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot to do which doesn't just involve riding about on horses, dropping stuff off or picking stuff up, which is monotonous and tedious in a game like Red Dead when it is just 1 horsepower presumably.
Well, that was always my biggest criticism of all the Red Deads, like back to Revolver through to Red Dead and then to Red Dead 2, is on GTA you've got to go to the other end of the map. You're in a car, you've got music on. It's fine, but when you
pull over, you grab a helicopter.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But when you've got to do it in Red Dead and it's just the sound of wildlife here and there, and my horse has ran out of stamina, so it's just like ugh. But I've got every suspicion that because of how popular GTA Online is was and still is, they didn't put that much effort into Red Dead because they were just like, people are going to whinge if we don't put the online in, so here's a bare bones fucking online.
Yeah.
We have a small team on it, but everyone else is working on GTA Online.
But if that's the case, then I'd rather just go, well, we're just focusing on GTA on the online because it's been going and still is going for 10 years.
Yeah.
We'll cut it out of Red Dead completely and we can just have a bunch of extra, like another 20 hours worth of content within within Red Dead 2 single player. I'd be like, sure. I don't need to be roaming about on horseback and doing cowboy stuff with people online, but I want to be driving around, shooting tanks and flying jets and stuff like that with people online. That would be way cooler.
Is the Rockstar editor on Red Dead?
Presumably, yes, but I'm not too sure.
Because I don't think I've ever seen anything for that. You get some real nice shots on there if it is.
I mean, there's like a cinematic mode and stuff like that you can play around with.
That's just like hold it beat, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'll have a look after this, to be fair. But, GTA 6.
Looks amazing.
Kind of, but it looks too amazing at this point. Like, show me someone driving around, show me someone robbing a store, show me who these people are, show me what makes this different to GTA 5, other than just, it's criminals doing criminal stuff. What else makes it interesting? What else makes it cool?
Yeah.
And there will be a part of that where they go, well, sure, we've got all the, we've got the size of the city, we've got all the vehicles, we've got crazy guns, we've got the heists, we're going to do that again because people love the heists. But now there's also a blah, blah, blah. It'll be, there's a brand new business system. You can, start your own social media channel and become an influencer in Vice City by just going around and recording yourself or having other people record you do crazy shit to get likes, to get money. Do you know what I mean? There's this, like, that sort of, like, hyper social media sort of piss taking that GTA does.
Yeah.
If they worked you can run your own influencer thing as part of, like, a gangster influencer, and you can make a fortune doing that.
I mean, to be fair, that would work really well in the online,
right?
If everybody can see, like, you can do a video, you can upload it to like the social club, whatever. People could see it on their in-game phones, and then they can go like it or dislike it, leave a comment, stuff like that.
Yeah, just link it to your Twitter, and then that incredible motorcycle jump where you jump from one building and land on a mountain. You can stream that, and whenever you get a like, you get $1 or something like that. So it's encouraging people to do more kind of cool and crazy stuff.
And it gives people a bit more, like, there is actual social interaction within the game, and it's kind of, if you do it, you get rewarded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, this person, fucking shoot now, I'm dead. There's so much potential. Like I say, I genuinely think at worst it's just GTA, which is still great.
Yeah.
And at best, it's everything that we wanted it to be and more.
I mean, this is going to be.
It has to.
This is Cyberpunk times 10, like in terms of people that are going to be hyped as fuck for this.
Oh yeah.
But they were for GTA 5, and that delivered and then some.
Yeah.
So I've still got complete faith that they can smash this out of the park, and I'll be like, it's as good as I expected it to be. But I imagine that there'll be something with this to kind of give it that next edge. There'll be something I'll be like, that's really cool. I really like that they can do this now.
It might even be something as simple as the world feels like a world. The gameplay and everything else might be exactly the same. It's just everything seems so like realistic.
Maybe I'd like to think that like
sucks you in a bit.
You know, like the stranger encounters that you get, where they just be like, there's just we're just driving around and there's a person who's they just had their car nicked and you can go after them or whatever. I reckon there'll be like a bunch more stuff like that. There'll be like 150 random encounters that you can just have. But this crocodile's just stolen all my drugs. Quick, jump on this fan boat and get after it.
Well, this fan boat stole all my drugs. Get on this crocodile.
That's more Saints Row, I think. But yeah, it looks great though. I'm as excited as I've always been for it.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Like, I know a lot of people are kicking it. Actually, I've got something to say. Actually, but it's 2025, isn't that? It's only just over a year away.
That's still a year, mate. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but everyone's going, it's 2 years away. It's not, because we're pretty much at the end of 23 now.
Yeah.
So, but I saw a comment earlier, and it said, like, looks great and all, but it's what we've just said, really. There's no gameplay or anything.
Yeah, which is fair.
I just hope it's not a disappointment. And then someone replied and said, Rockstar, when was the last time they disappointed? And you know what they said, Dan? Max Payne 3.
What? Also, that wasn't really them as well.
Oh, Rockstar still made it, but
sorry, I'm thinking of LA Noire, but yeah, no, Max Payne's amazing. The third one is amazing. Absolutely, it is. Also, if you're going to say anything, the GTA Remastered trilogy.
That would have been the genuine right answer.
Yeah,
Max Payne's phenomenal, and that led the way for your targeting system in subsequent Rockstar games as well.
Yeah, but look at this, right? If you got Red Dead 3 that looks like this, GTA 6 that looks like this, and then they do a Max Payne 4 that looks like this. Oh my god.
The dream there, Dan.
It is.
Thing is though, this is how good this could look at the start of like
I'm still not overly convinced that when I load this up, whenever I get to play it, it's gonna look like this. I just don't see it.
Imagine these shots, Will.
No, it looks too much like a real place.
Like I say, like some of the stuff people have managed to do with 5, it's not too dissimilar to this.
Maybe, but we'll only have to wait a year or so to see. And there's potentially a few more trailers that we're going to get over the course of 2024.
Yeah, we'll see some more next year.
Exactly. Because there will be people saying, okay, well, what about the online? What's that going to be like? How's that going to work? Are we going to get heists? So there'll be a bunch of extra trailers and stuff and extra interviews and things where we get more information. So we'll just have to stay tuned because that will absolutely be part of the podcast that we do going forward.
100%. And I think we'll leave it there, mate. I'm going to watch this another 7 times.
Nah, I'm enough. I'm done enough now until the next one comes out. It's going to be good. I know it's just going to be good. That's all I need to worry about.
Wasn't a disappointing trailer anyway.
No, not at all.
If you want to see some more stuff, including previous episodes of Trailer Chat, you can go to podcastplay.com. It's all going along at the bottom of the screen right now. And we'll do some more of these. And we've got a podcast that we'll do tomorrow. And we'll do some Let's Play stuff as well. So, Dan, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the next one. Bye!